Hello everyone and welcome back to Coloring with Haley. It's that time of the month again, time for finished pages. And I will have a haul sometime later in the month of October since October is my birthday. I thought we'd start out with all of my empties for this month. I actually ran out of quite a few of my metallic pins. I also used up a lot of black markers this month. I don't really know why. I guess when we see my pages, we'll see if I used a lot of black. I don't feel like I did, but running low still on the Ohuhu markers. They are just all drawing up at once, and I'll talk about that later. And then a very old Cali Art marker and my first Tau Tree marker empty. And of course it's orange because marker sets never give you enough oranges. So we'll get right into the books for this month. First up we have Color Questopia's Animals. Black background. I always complain about the colors in this being funky, and I know that I could color it whatever color I want, but that defeats the color by number, and at this point I'm a little invested in seeing what the funky colors are. So this penguin one, not too bad. You know, the color choices on this are not awful. I do wish that the penguins in the background down here were a bit of a different color so they didn't blend together so much, but this one's not terrible. We have these birds here. Now on this one I did want to point out that number 5 and number 16 were both dark red, so make sure to check that if you have this one. This one, yeah, I see the color choice again, not terrible on this one, not so bad. But then we get to this one here. I believe this is a kitty and a puppy, but that could also be a cat. Now this one, ooh, the color choices on this one are rather interesting. Not sure about that one. And then we get to this baby elephant. I'm just kind of skipping around and picking ones based on the animals in the picture because these aren't quite a mystery here. You can tell that that's the one from the cover. So I'm just picking animals I like, and you know, this one's not horrible. It loses it in the background though, I think. Too much going on in the background. But there's been worse. Oh, okay, on this one, the inside of these circles here didn't have a number marked, and I couldn't decide what color I thought went there, so I just left them white here on the head and on the body. So there's that book. Next up, let's get this one. I have to reach behind me for the book, so you're kind of hearing me reach back there. Alright, so out of 50 Farmers Miniatures, this is a book I think I'd like to complete at some point in time. Maybe I'll work toward that next year, I don't know. I did this mole here with the corn. As always, I do this with a base of alcohol markers, and then I do water-based markers over the top. This one just has a little bit of sparkle there on his hat. There you go. I don't know what compelled me to color this picture. I want to say that maybe we had a mole in the art at that time. And then I did this turkey. I'm thinking now that maybe I should have saved it for Thanksgiving, but it was a very good fall page since fall officially started this month. And he has some glitter on him as well there on his bow, and some Posca paint is around this, ooh, I don't know, ruffled collar, I guess, and then some on the apples down here. But I'm happy with how my little turkey there turned out, even though I think I perhaps should have waited. Alright, let's do this one here. Let's do Country Chibis coloring book. Still working through this book. I did this one here. It's a boy, which I appreciate that she puts boys in her book. We got him using a lasso. This was just a simple one. Her pages are just nice and simple. She has since released a travel size of this, and I probably would have went with the travel size, personally. And then I did this one because it seemed a little bit fall themed, the girl with the basket of apples, and I used some, again, white Posca paint to highlight the apples, but otherwise these are just simple straight marker pages. Okay, so next up I have Coloring Heaven's Fairytopia Special. Bought it when it came out, didn't touch it, so finally decided to touch it. I did this kind of fall themed looking page here, and this is the first time I've ever refilled a Copic marker and tried to use it, and I'll talk more about it in that talk more about that in my haul because I do have some refills. I'm not sure if it's a user error. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I had refilled it and then had to go back and refill it again to finish her body, and it was very streaky. It was like not all of the ink was coming out. I will talk more about that, yeah, in my haul video. I don't know. Copic says it's okay to color right away after you fill it, but I'm thinking maybe you do need to let it set for a minute to saturate again. But this cute fairy girl with her squirrel, and she turned out fine. So I finished SciFi Babes this month. I had 2 pages left. You will see a completed flip through of this book up on the channel soon. I did this one here, which is Kelly Cosmo. She's 21. She lives inside the moon, and she loves electronic music. So there is some glitter on here. It is on the glasses there. She's kind of got like a lightning bolt design on the glasses, so I wanted to do that. Glittery, and then some paint highlighting her lipstick there. I like how she turned out a lot. And then finally, the very last page is Sandra Solorum. Not sure how to pronounce that one. She's also 21. She is located at a party near you, and also she's currently studying accounting. This one was a lot of fun. I did her hair in 2 different tones. I used Posca paint on these crazy rock glasses that she's wearing. They look like they're made out of crystals. And then Posca paint for the earbuds, because when I was coloring this, I thought these were strands of hair. So I just went over them with some black Posca paint. And I always use Copic markers for the skin tones on these. And she has quite a bit of glitter. She's got these like stickers on her face almost, or maybe it's face paint. I did those in glitter, as well as the star on her necklace and her earring there. But yes, look out for a full flip through of this book. So much fun to color in. I really enjoy Stephanie's portraits and the unique characters she makes. I'm gonna work on her princess book next. We have Matchstick Mouse Autumn. I did 2 pages in here. I did this one first, and I posted these on Instagram, and Morgan O'Brien commented. He is always looking out, I think, on the tag for Matchstick Mouse to see what people do with his books, and he's very nice and has commented on some of my stuff in the past. But yes, I did this one here. She's in her little nest. I would assume this is her little nest. Mice, you know, they kind of gather up all kinds of things to put in a nest, so I like how that one turned out. And then we have this one here, where the mouse is collecting leaves, perhaps to take back to make a little nest with. And this one, all of the stars are, of course, glittery. There you go. I just like to color these straightforward, simple, quick little coloring pages, but I think they turn out really nice. I really like the circle shape. Alright, my 2 pages for this month out of Dazzling Animals, Mosaic Color by Number. This is Cactus Girl / Jennifer Rawling. I don't remember which one she publishes this under. Hold on. Let's see if it says on the front. Nah, it just says Bright Ideas Publishing. Oh, Jennifer Rawling. So you're probably going to find that under Jennifer Rawling on Amazon. So first up here we have this rooster. I'm okay with this page. I wish that whatever's going on here in the background, I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to be a barn in the back or what, was a different color than some of the colors in the rooster. It kind of muddles together to me. But these always do look really nice, and I just do these with water-based markers. Next up we have another bird. It's been like 4 bird pages in a row here, but we have a swan with her babies. And this one turned out really nice. I could not for the life of me, when I was coloring this page, figure out what this was supposed to be. I could see all of this white here, and I don't know, the way I had the page turned, I was thinking like that's a beetle, like that's the beetle's head and the body. I didn't know what was going on here. But I have since figured out, of course, that it is a swan. Not bad. Hopefully, though, we are done with all the bird pages in a row. Alright, next we have 50 Halloween Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. I got into a little bit of Halloween coloring. I'm going to attempt, I think, next month to color in all of my Halloween books. I kind of have to take inventory first and see how many I have. But I just did this cute little simple page here, the two mice dressed up for Halloween, and my book does have this printing error on some of the pages where it's not all the way black and there's a white line, but it doesn't really bother me. But as always, marker base, water-based markers over it, and some glitter in some places. The wings on that mouse there, his candle, the little stars, and I just thought that this page looked, I don't know, a little plain, so I added a few stickers from my sticky pack for Halloween, and these are also glittery. You can see that there. This one says Boo. I'm not sure if it's readable because of the glitter or not. And then just some candy corn. I did 2 pages out of Space Girls and Aliens. One of them with Misty and one without. It was technically our last buddy color in here because Misty had finished some other pages before we started coloring. I still have a few pages left before I finish the book. I'm not quite done with it yet, but I am almost done with it. Let me slide this out here. I had that on there while my page dried. Alright, so this is the first one I did without Misty. This is the most adult page in here. Of course, this is an adult coloring book, but she's got some of the, what is it called? The glossy accents, that's what it is, on her helmet there, if you can see that. And there is some glitter kind of just all over the page. The flames there, it's in these weird bubbles in the background. I don't know, I like the color scheme I used for her. I think it goes well with the color of this weird octopus creature here. And then I have a lot of glitter on this one, so that is why I had a page in between it. This is a, like, mantis alien woman. I don't know. There was a lot going on in the background, kind of just little swirls and doodles, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I colored the whole thing black. That would explain why I ran out of the black markers this month, wouldn't it? I entirely forgot that I did this whole background blacked out. And then I did these, I don't know what you want to call them, maybe explosions. They kind of look like explosions on a comic book page, which is what this reminds me of now that I've done it this way. It looks like a comic book page, and like maybe she's the villain. I don't know, but I do like how she turned out. I used the pastel Ohuhu markers on her mainly, and yes, her wings are all done in glitter. I'm gonna slide that slippery magazine page back in here just so that that doesn't get everywhere. I'm worried that the glitter is going to get on everything else, or that it's going to glue the page shut. Alright, next up I did a page out of Fall Fairies by Deborah Muller. I did this little fairy here. This was a good fall themed page with all the acorns, and I used, again, a lot of the pastel markers on the fairy herself. I do think after I colored these little berries and leaves that it looks a little more Christmassy. It looks a little bit more like holly than it does something autumnal, but that's alright. And she does have orange glittery wings there. Yeah, this one was fun. I tried to use as many different colors for the acorns and leaves as I could while still making them realistic. I didn't want to go crazy and, you know, make them blue or anything like that, but I am happy with how this one turned out. I didn't feel like I had to do a background on that one. I don't know. I did do a page out of 50 Autumn miniatures, and it is this one here with all the cats in the pumpkins. They were all little calico cats. Well, except for this one, I just made him gray. But these two are my little calico cats. They were all spotted, so that's how I made them. And as always, alcohol markers with water-based markers on top. Hang on, my light is like about to fall over here. Let me get that. I don't want it to fall over and like make a loud boom in the middle of the video. No, hold on. Hold up, there we go. No. There we go, okay. It was just balancing it back correctly. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so back to the picture. It does have a lot of glitter on it. It has those dual metallics, the Crazy Pop, the second pack. So this one's kind of like blue and pink, and this one is like gold and green, and this one's blue and gold. It kind of makes for an interesting effect on their little bows. no white accents on here. I didn't feel like doing that on this page, but I still think it turned out really cute. And lastly, I believe, is gonna be my Animal Crossing one. As always, I've been coloring in this every month like crazy. Gonna finish this book for sure. We have our little fossil hunter here, and she's got one. This was a cute page. This was another bright, colorful one. Didn't feel like making this one fall themed, so kind of went back to summer on this one. I really like how this one turned out though. We've got all the flowers and the bugs, and I do make the bugs based off bugs in the game. And there is some white paint here. There were like, I think, rays of sunshine. It's kind of hard to see against this light blue, but I believe they were supposed to be rays of sunshine, and I did those over with the white paint. And, ooh, there we go. And this is Cap'n and his mother. Her name is Grams, I think, like Grandma. That is his mother, though. So in Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo DS, if you got in Cap'n's boat, he took you to a vacation island that was ran by his family, and it was the same island every time. And he has a wife and a daughter, and Grams is living there, and you could do little different things on the island. There were mini games you could play, and that's where you would have to go to fish up your sharks and stuff. I've showed you before a page actually at the front that I did. Here we go. This is that exact island right there. So you could travel there, and I did this, and I looked up their color schemes to make sure I got them right. She was kind of a more olive color, whereas he is a lighter green, but I had a lot of fun coloring this. I do enjoy making them, you know, look like the characters, but of course you can color it whatever way you want to. And by the way, if you're wondering what these are, they're kappas, which is a Japanese mythological creature. If you were wondering, like, what animal is he supposed to be, he is a kappa. So those are all the books I colored in this month. Not that many books, but I did do quite a few pages in them. In fact, I believe I did 22 pages for September. I did have some goals this month to actually color in a Coloring Heaven issue, and to finish SciFi Babes, and to do some fall coloring. Here is the spread of pages. Kind of busy this last week in September because it's almost midterms for college, and I just never had any time to sit down and do anything that week. But yes, I did do 22 pages. And for October, I am going to try, well, yeah, I am going to try to color in all of my Halloween books. I think I should. I need to take an inventory and see how many I actually have, but surely I can't have that many. Like, even if I did one a day, I don't think I would have 31 Halloween books, but I guess you never know, especially since I just ordered another one for my birthday. But I will do a birthday haul. You guys will see that, and I hope you will enjoy it. It's been a while since I've bought some stuff, and I definitely needed a new set of markers because my Ohuhu markers are running out, and I'm going to talk about that in the haul. I think that the Ohuhu markers are, I don't know, I don't think they're made as well as some of the other brands. They're all starting to go dry at the exact same time, even colors that I don't use very much. So I think that there's a design flaw in them, and the alcohol is evaporating out of them or something. I don't know. It's a little weird. I will talk about that when I show you what brand I did buy instead of buying another set of Ohuhu markers. But I did color in some different books this month than what I usually color in, but the usual suspects were there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This was kind of a quicker video because I'm so busy this last week here in September. But I still hope you enjoyed seeing my finished pages for the month. Thank you so much.